Random House Audio presents Man Riding West, a dramatization of the short story by Louis L'Amour.
There's nothing better than a hot cup of coffee, good conversation, and a warm fire after a long day's ride. And there's nothing lonelier than the knowledge that it's just you and your horse, again. And the only conversation you're going to have is with the crickets and the stars and yourself. I'd been having too many of those lately, far too many for my own good. Of course, it'd been my own choice riding alone all this way. But when I smelled the smoke from the camp up ahead, I couldn't help turning from the trail and heading for it. It had been a long time since I shared a meal with somebody.
Tell you, G, it's a good thing you're a good cook. You'll be good for nothing.
Yeah, you eat enough of my cooking, you should know.
Hey, shh. Who's there?
Hey, watch it. I don't mean any harm.
Who is it, Tobe?
Get yourself into the light. What's your business here?
Name's Jim Gary. Just passing through.
Well, couldn't you pass through somewhere else?
Nah, he looks okay to me, Tobe.
The large man and I sized each other up. His face was dark, with lines etched into it from a perpetual frown. The other man was younger and smaller, and his eyes kept moving nervously between us. I could guess what they saw in me. I'd been riding hard for almost a month, and hadn't been too particular about keeping up my appearance. I suppose I could have looked like trouble at that, but then the large man glanced at where my holster should have been.
I guess you can stick around to eat.
Steaks are done. You want one, mister?
Sure, if it wouldn't interfere with your friend's mood here too much.
Plenty to go around. Bread?
Why don't you just give him the whole camp while you're at it?
Now, Tobe.
While the companionship wasn't all I'd hoped it would be, the steak was good, and the fire was warm. As I glanced around their camp, I noticed that there was gear for a third person.
You traveling alone?
Yeah, just me and my horse.
Mart, everything okay?
Everything's fine. Howdy, I'm Mart Ray.
Jim Gary. Just smelled your fire, figured maybe I could share a meal with someone for a change.
No trouble at all. Help yourself.
Thanks.
What brings you to these parts, Jim?
Heading west.
Oh, going home?
No, just tired of the land east of here.
I guess you're looking for work.
Not particularly. I smiled easily back into Mart Ray's blue eyes. He was inviting my confidence, but I wasn't ready to give it yet. I figure the less anyone knows about me and the more I know about them, the better off I am.
We're moving our herd over the pass to Salt Creek and could use an extra hand. You feel like pitching in with us for a few days?
Salt Creek? I just came from there. Kind of wanted to keep my nose in the same direction.
We can pay you a full month.
A full month?
$40.
For 3 days' work?
Plus or minus. Just to Salt Creek.
Hell, you do know how to persuade a man.
What are you doing, Mart? We don't need someone else around.
I don't see a problem. We're not going to run into any trouble.
Langer stared at Mart Ray, but finally turned away. Mart looked at me with a grin.
So it's settled. Jim, have yourself another steak. Jeter's coffee's pretty good, too.
This might work out just fine.
Langer.
I volunteered to take the first watch, which would have gone to Tobe Langer. Not that I wanted the man to fall in love with me or anything. Just figured the more sleep he got, the better his attitude might be. There was a mackerel sky, which Tom Blaze had taught me usually meant the beginnings of a storm. A pearl-colored ring circled wide around the full moon, shining with a cold light on the herd. Mart Ray must have been pushing his men and cattle hard. The cattle were tired, and not particularly interested in giving me reasons to earn my money. $40. Now, I've seen my share of jobs before, some paying pretty well, but this one beat everything. Now, a man can't have too much money when he wants to court a young lady, and a lady like Kitty Blaze, well, she deserved the best. The last time I had seen her was 2 years ago, when I had left the /4 with the vague idea of making a quick fortune and coming back to her in glory. I hadn't done badly for myself, but a fortune? Not hardly. It was a hot day, and I stood enjoying the breeze that blew through the leaves on the cottonwood trees. The house was peaceful in the afternoon, and I thought of all the unknown afternoons ahead of me when I would wish I'd never left this place.
You drinking all that water yourself?
Oh, Kitty, you startled me.
You know, this well isn't just for water.
No?
Nope. This well holds all the wishes I've ever made.
How do you do that?
Oh, it's very difficult.
Tell me.
Well, you take a penny and hold it in your hand.
Okay. Here's one.
Then you wish very hard for something.
That's not too difficult.
And then you just drop it in.
There. Done.
What'd you wish for?
Can't tell you.
Oh, no, you're supposed to tell me. Then it'll be sure to come true.
Oh, really?
That's part of the rules.
Well, then you tell me one of yours.
I'll tell you when you come back.
You promise?
Uh-huh.
Okay, then I'll tell you mine then, too.
So, you are coming back, Jim?
Of course, Kitty.
When?
I don't know. But soon, I promise.
You see? It is a good wishing well. One of them has already come true.
I'd swore I'd write Tom Blaze and tell him my plans. He was a good man, and an understanding one. He'd taken me in when my own father died. But time slipped by, and I never seemed to stay in one place long enough to get a toehold on anything. But ever since I'd left Texas, it seemed I just couldn't quit feeling it was time to go back. I had changed, and Kitty would have too. She might even have married. And no matter what she might have heard about me, I'd have to see her again. At least I was returning with a new suit of clothes and a month's wages in my pocket. This job was the luckiest thing that had happened to me, well, in a long, long while. I rode back to camp at dawn and was fixing up the fire when Jeter sat up, rubbing his eyes like he'd never seen me before.
Why didn't you wake me for the second watch?
Figured you needed your sleep. And after a meal like the one you cooked last night, figured you should get it, too.
Told you it'd be good having some fresh blood working for us.
Coming out of the trees, Mart was dressed and clean-shaven, like he'd also been up for hours. He grinned at me and clapped me on the shoulder as he went to pour some water in the pot for coffee. Langer was standing by the fire.
Hey, it won't be so chipper tomorrow, I'll bet. You'll be earning that money. Just you wait.
Langer went off towards a clump of trees, scratching himself irritably under the belt with one hand and buttoning up his work shirt with the other. I caught Mart Ray's eye, and he shrugged with a grin.
Forgot to tell you, he's even worse in the morning.
Thanks for starting the fire. Let me get some biscuits going.
Something was nagging at me, and I couldn't figure out what it was. Everything looked the way a camp would look. Blankets, saddles, cooking gear. And then I noticed, right by each bedroll was a rifle, out and ready to use. Indians around here, Mart?
Not many. Why?
I just saw your rifles out. Thought you might be expecting trouble.
Just precaution.
How'd you lose your revolver, anyway?
I don't carry a revolver.
No? Why not?
They're just too easy to use. Easier than using your head sometimes.
But what if you need to protect yourself quickly?
Sometimes trouble happens too fast to sit around thinking about it.
Yeah, well, that's a chance I have to take. But too many times, people shoot without thinking. Someone ends up dead. Usually over nothing.
Lots of guys have lost their lives that way. Jim's right.
Yeah, well, right or wrong, it's going to catch up with him. Trouble just isn't that polite sometimes.
How far are we going today, Mart?
Foothills, base of the pass.
That's 30 or 35 miles. You gonna have any meat left on those animals?
And just doing my job getting them there on time. They'll graze at the AA before going to market.
Mart's the best drive boss we ever had.
Let's go, boys. Let's get these animals home.
Tobe Langer wasn't joking about the work, although I saw him doing less of it than anyone else. The cattle had been pushed hard and weren't too pleased with us for forcing them through another day of it. I began to wonder what was going on with this tiny outfit of riders. The pace we were keeping seemed less like we wanted to go somewhere and more like we were running away. Something was up. I rode the drag, and a hot and dirty business it was, too. By noon, my horse was exhausted, and I exchanged her for a buckskin from their small remuda. Jeter offered to take the drag for a while, and I gratefully let him take over. Together, we shared the dirty job as the afternoon.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?